Tuesday afternoon. Welcome to it, everybody. It's channel 263 on your DSTV. We know what you want, we know what you came for, and if on a standard of say education, fun, entertainment, the information, and you boxed it to be this high, well, you came to the right place at the right time. Between 4 and 5, this is the best place to be. It's hashtag Tuesday, everybody. This is Ekse Live. My name is Hlumela. Thank you for choosing us.
Definitely, man. It's an absolutely amazing day in the Mother City. The sun is out. This is Ekse right here on Cape Town TV. 1 hour of nothing but the best of local entertainment, local education. Better known as Fliki. Be sure to follow us right now on social media at Ekse_live, on Facebook at Ekse on Cape Town TV. Hashtag Islam, hashtag Tuesday.
And speaking of entertainment and education, we have a special guest, Thato. She's an entrepreneur, businesswoman. I'm looking forward to that chat because I study entrepreneurship, and I know I say this all the time, but I love studying entrepreneurs and how they found their blueprint in the world of business, so that I can maybe take up some points. Also, going to be laughing today because we'll be talking all things comedy with 4 comedians who will be joining us on the Yellow Cultures. We're talking about the event that's coming out towards the end of this month. It's Heritage Month Comedy Show.
Amazing.
Speaking of blueprints, you guys, Ed Harris is one of the first artists to be signed under Ikalawa Jasmine, and he's dropping a new single this month, so we cannot wait to chat with him and hear this song. So this, everybody, is an Ekse exclusive. We're also going to be showing you a movie trailer like a Malario. Do you know what that means in English?
I have no idea.
I'm not going to teach you. Well, if you love movies, well, it's about time that you buckle up, sit tight, and enjoy the ride, because Ekse, it's where it's most hip and happening. This is the biggest, the best, and the most hip and happening show in the motherland. Follow us on Twitter, it's Ekse_live. On Facebook, it's Ekse on Cape Town TV. The number to dial 021-448-0448. Right now, it's time for us to head on to some music. This is Zutabs in TLT, correct?
Yeah, that is my Zuzu.
My Zuzu, yeah, Joe. Oi, 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 oi. Enjoy this one.
That's a classic, by the way.
Amazing month out of all the calendar, September, because September babies look like this. And it's spring. The flowers are coming out, and it's Heritage Month. So we'd like to know, what's your heritage? How are you celebrating it? Email us to ekse@capetowntv.org or call us on 021-448-0448. Do you have any events that you are going to put out there so that people know about the Heritage Zabo, to teach them, help them enjoy heritage? You could be a singer, an actor, a clothing designer, you running an MPO. What changes, what influences are you going to bring to your community to ensure that people are well educated about their heritage? That email address again is ekse@capetowntv.org, and that number is 021-448-0448. Welcome to the biggest youth show in the motherland. It's a Tuesday, and we're bringing you people that are trending across all social media platforms, because when they comedy, they're in business, they are DJs, they everything in between, and they're very influential.
Yeah,
like the lady joining us in the Yellow Couches. Welcome to the show, Thato. How are you?
Thank you for having me. I'm great. In yourselves?
We are very
We're
well.
feeling
Thank
good.
you for honoring, guys. She just flew in. Oh, Ekse. How about that? Oh, Thato is an entrepreneur. She knew this from a very young age. I noticed her, Mama Care, because Mama Care were in a business, correct?
Yes, supplying stationery for government departments.
And then your grandmother was also a vendor.
Yeah, vendor just across my home to a school, and I just loved doing that. I possibly skipped school sometimes. Not a good thing.
Guys, when you say vendor, we don't mean that. No. Thank you for joining us, man.
Thank you.
You learned business from your mom and your grandmother. She was a street vendor, which was the beginning of you guys wanting to venture into business. When you were helping out your grandmother, did you always knew that this is the kind of route that you'd like to take professionally?
No, I was like this short. So for me, it was just loving the process of, you know how when you're a child, you love growing up quickly than your time. So I love being able to sit there, have the kids order, let them and her give them the whatever they've ordered, and I managed to change. I loved money from an early age, so I always used to sort out the change. I'm like, no, Granny, I'll handle this bit.
That's great.
So I didn't know, but I grew within it, you know, in the environment, and I think the spirit comes from there.
Yeah.
So it's things that you grow habitually.
Yeah.
They just become a part of you, you know.
It came to you naturally
Yes.
because of the environment that you were in.
I grew up in,
Yeah.
So with that said, do you feel like entrepreneurs are born or are made? It's a question they always ask when you study what I studied. They always ask, it's just like leaders. Do you feel like entrepreneurs are born or are they made? Personally, I feel like they were born.
I believe they're
never be
born.
Yeah,
Yes, I
exactly.
honestly believe they're born. It's just like as a musician as well, you're
Yeah.
born to be one. I believe, yes, I truly believe, entrepreneurs are born. I mean, they're leaders and followers. Not to say a follower is a bad
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
I mean, not everyone is made to be an entrepreneur or a leader.
Exactly, yeah.
Some people are good at caring, being the strong support for the leader, because those people are needed, really.
Yeah.
Speaking of leaders, who are some of the people that were very influential in your life? But sure that this is what I want to do. Maybe I can take this aspect and that aspect from them so that I can create an empire that resembles or maybe suppress what they've done.
Yeah, well, apart from my family, I really am inspired by your Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
Your Richard Brandson. His story is very touching because it shows that you don't have to come from something to be something in life. You can, doesn't matter where you come from, you can break that ceiling, those limiting beliefs of what your society has told you about your reality and change that completely.
Yeah.
We all have the potential to achieve anything in life. It doesn't
Thato,
matter.
you are not a stationary supplier or a street vendor, and you're no longer selling those ice lollies. What sort of business are you into?
I'm in business development. So in Africa, I'm all about defining opportunities to grow the continent and collaborating with various leaders and business people on the continent.
Wow,
Basically that's what I do. And the buzz thing right now is digital transformation.
Yeah,
so I'm exploring that avenue as well. With innovation, the access of goods and services has accelerated so much. People in remote areas can connect with people in the cities. On an educational level as well, there's solutions like that where you can study online. And with remote communities, usually they don't have the necessary resources like shortage of libraries or or kids are living with their grandmothers because their mothers are in the cities, hustling. So a grandmother can't necessarily help a child with homework. They don't understand some of it. So such solutions that come with innovation help a child to connect with someone in a different part of the world who's very, skilled in a different way.
I'm so glad that you're doing that because you're a young girl from Mafikeng as well.
Yeah,
you moved to Joburg. What does it mean to be a young black woman in business?
It's exciting. It really is exciting. The opportunities are endless. They are limitless. It really is exciting. And I think the world already as well is positioning itself to create those opportunities for young black women and support us. So it's really exciting.
I understand that the company that you work for now provides strategies for maybe developing businesses. I want to know from you, what is a digital financial inclusion? Because I know you also provide strategies with regards to that.
Digital financial inclusion is all about accelerating the access to financial services. So it's about collaborating with financial institutions so they can create a platform or a solution where people within the low bracket earnings can have access to loans, maybe to buy a house or for education or something like that. Because if you look at how our banking structure is, our banking systems are structured, to own a bank account is quite expensive. And for someone, let's say a construction worker or let's say a helper, a domestic worker, for them to maintain on a monthly basis a bank account is quite expensive for them, considering how much they earn. So what they usually do is take out the whole amount at the end of the month,
and
use all of it or hold it within them, and that creates risk as well. Anybody can come, and so digital transformation, it's all about creating platforms where they can also, because that also eliminates having like monthly income statement where you can use to which you can use to apply for a loan.
This sounds
But
like
then
a,
trade-
this sounds like a very great opportunity,
it's-
especially for
yes.
an economy that is currently struggling.
Yes.
We are running out of time. Thank you so much for
All
the
right.
honor having
Thank
you in
you
the
for
show.
having me.
It's so good to see young black women striving.
Siyavuya Dondolo is coming up on the flip side of this.
Yay.
Welcome
This is
back.
where you redefine and redesign education, entertainment, as well as information. Welcome to it, everybody. It's channel 263 on your DSTV. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Ukuthi asifikanga sigalelekile and we're hectic. 9 million times than any other show on television right now. Because we are South Africa's biggest youth show. The biggest, the baddest, and the most happening. My name is Hlumela. He is Awonge Dulaza, and that is Sinalo Putfliki Jonas. Channel 263 on your DSTV. It's where it's most even happening. Channel 263 on your DSTV is the biggest station because it's the people's station.
Definitely.
Thank you for coming along. We'll be with you right through to the hour 5.
Definitely, man. Right about now, the Yellow Cultures were joined by someone who's doing great things within the fashion industry. If you want to be in the fashion industry, trust me, this is a guy you should literally send a DM to on Instagram. He's a fashion influencer. He's a socialite. He does everything that has to do with fashion. We're joined by Siyavuya Dondolo.
You sound like a fan.
Really? I did my research. Welcome, Sia, on the show.
Thank you for having me.
The reason why I sound like a fan because I know how much work you've done within the fashion industry. And I feel like fashion stylists are always underrated because you guys put so much work in music videos, in films, and TV shows, the work that you guys do, but I don't feel like you are being celebrated enough. Do you agree with me?
Friend, I don't know where to start though, yes? But thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
The industry is just a different ball game, I must say though. It's all about surviving and just making sure that now you understand your craft.
Yeah.
Don't drift away and let the glamour and the lights blind you. Focus on the work and just be a people's person. You will get far in this industry. People will refer you, you'll get gigs, you'll connect to people on social media. That will be your next business partner or something, or new client.
Wow.
It's not a touch on being a stylist. So, who are some of the people that you enjoy styling? Who are some of your favorites?
Well, most of the time I get to work with my top billing crew. So I don't want to really mention any names. I don't want anyone to feel left out. But I must say the team that I work with, the guys and the girls, it's a different ball game.
What's the most challenging thing about your career?
Okay, the most challenging thing is people assuming that being a stylist, we've got a big closet at home that has like
Everything.
Crop top.
yes. And some people just come on my DMs expecting me to dress them. But when I talk invoices or telling them, hey,
And then it gets
let's talk
tricky.
business now, people just run away.
Yeah.
Or they'll try and get a discount or things like that.
On that topic,
Yeah.
can one make money out of being a stylist?
Oh, hell yeah. So for me, it's all about knowing there's different parts of styling. There's being an image consultant, personal shopper, and you can also be work on films, for example, like music videos and so forth. So even if you can literally just be versatile in everything that you do, be able to make sure that now one job brings the next job from that. So one opportunity builds from another one. So even now, even though I'm styling, the top billing brand has helped me also become more of an influencer as well. And to also start hosting shopping parties and working with designers closely and being an advocate for actually other brands out there. So, yeah.
A person like me, I'm not really educated as far as fashion is concerned. So I want to know, how does one become what you are? Do you necessarily have to go study this? Because I know some people do that. Or do you feel like, okay, fashion designers are also somewhat born and some can be made? Take us through your journey. How did you become what you are now?
Again, that's a very valuable question that actually many people ask me. So thank you for tapping onto that. Well, for me, I would say that it's all about just being able to work with people that actually will guide you to where you need to be. Like my journey, for example, I never studied to be a stylist. It just happened that I was actually someone that actually loved fashion from a very long time. Growing up, I literally had this thing of, okay, this will expose a lot of my life. I was talking to my other cousin from the Eastern Cape when I was growing up. She had a box of dolls. And as a boy, you play with cars or you play soccer and everything. But I enjoyed playing with dolls. I would get them in a dress, get them in a nice pair of heels, play up with their hair and everything, not knowing that actually will channel what I'm doing now. that actually what happened when I came to Cape Town, I read a lot of magazines, see what happens out there. And then after doing that, I actually learned how to actually be my own influencer in what I want to do and my own motivator, that now I moved from being a call center agent to being a buyer's assistant by just actually putting my heart out there. And being a buying assistant actually taught me that now there's more to fashion than just being a model, photographer, or a designer. There's a job of being a visual merchandiser. You can actually be anything that you want to be actually in the industry. There's so many jobs out there that actually people don't know about. So me being a stylist fell into my hands because I was given tasks beyond my daily job to style mannequins. Imagine styling windows for a clothing brand. So when you actually walk into a store, you'd be like, oh, this is what I did actually from the office. And you actually send the brief to stores, the magazines out there, you actually help them to put styles together. And I was working in the women's division, so that's the biggest one in the industry, which actually is where ladies actually, when it's Valentine's Day, it's Mother's Day, you have to put looks together of how you would wear an outfit as a mom, or how you would wear it as a parent or whatever. So for me, it actually fell into my hands that my buyer, being a buying assistant, gave me all those tasks, allowed me to go to fashion weeks, to learn how to network, meet other stylists, before I was actually a stylist, to actually meet them, photographers out there, makeup artists. They actually will be your link to other jobs. They will know who else needs a stylist. They'll call you up, or they'll screenshot your Instagram handle, and the person will be like, okay, we need so-and-so, look at their work. And you find jobs like that.
So
Just know how to market yourself.
I would say social media, and if you're a fashion stylist, you need to grow your social media. How do you turn your social media and make it to bring you actually profit? How does one go about doing that? Because I don't think you can be a fashion stylist if you're not really online and making sure you're engaging with people online.
Well, for me, it's all about making sure that now what you actually are putting out there, what you're documenting, is exactly in line with the kind of people that you want to expose yourself to. So your engagement is very important. Your Insta stories are important. For example, for me to even walk in here, I'll film that, okay, in my Instagram, I'm walking into a studio, I'll be on TV, I'll be talking about what I love, I'll be doing what I love. I'm going to a fashion show, I'm gonna go pick up my art from a designer now. I'm gonna get my makeup done, my hair done. I'm sharing that journey with whoever that's out there to see what I'm doing. So putting yourself out there means doing that. That's how celebrities and other people reach out to me on my gram, because they see that what I do is what I love.
I wish I could afford data to do all of that.
Well, get a Wi-Fi.
To be influential, you need your numbers to grow. Good followers, Zako. So for a person who is not following you right now, how can they get hold of you on social media? Are you on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram? And if yes, what are those handles?
Okay, Instagram is my favorite. So my Instagram handle is Style Candy Official. So think eye candy, Style Candy Official, all lowercase, one word. And then Facebook, Siyavuya Dondolo. And then on Twitter, I'm not really active on Twitter that much, but the handle there is Style Candy as well. But Style Candy with a double I at the end.
Okay. And then another show that would want to scoop you so that you can style them. What's your email address?
Asking for a friend.
I'll DM it off you. I'll DM it for you off air, definitely. We can talk about that.
Thank you very much for coming through. The Lukarin is what we were talking about, which is a coming-of-age musical war drama about a young boy who discovers how tough and how thorough the hardships is Ebominbake, camaraderie and first love, and liberating your freedom of music. The true self can be discovered. In genre of the movie is drama. It's in Afrikaans. If you do not understand Afrikaans, when you want me, we do have subtitles. Check it out.
I hope so.
Well, right now it's time for us. Do you know how to laugh? Well, let's hope Sophie can make him laugh better than that, because that is very good.
I really need to laugh, guys. We really have to laugh.
Take it away. You have 2 minutes.
Hi, I am Sophie Joans, and I'm a ukulele stand-up comic, and I'm going to sing a song for you guys about being 21 and free and alive and free to make any of your own decisions. You know what they say, don't you? YOLO is kind of true. Embrace the sun and blue skies too. The universe has plans for you. And dreams are for chasing, rules are for breaking. So come on, kid, follow your heart. But not to Pretoria. Don't follow your heart to Pretoria. If your heart takes you to Pretoria, you need to sit down and have a serious conversation with yourself. Don't go to Pretoria. Chasing a man to Pretoria will always be worse than being by yourself, because Pretoria is not a tourist destination for a reason. All they have is the Voortrekker Monument and like 1 week of jacaranda season. Only in Pretoria will a man say that your leggings are a little bit revealing of your butt, while at the same time wearing really, really short shorts that are a little bit revealing of his nuts. You think you'll be laughing neath the purple trees, smiling and dancing in the warm summer breeze, listening to the sound of bird song in the air. But in Pretoria the birds don't sing. They go
You can sing.
Damn. Tough act to follow. You guys hear the audience. Great. This is a weird gig. My name's Jaryd. I always get really embarrassed when I have to tell people my name. And that's because when I was born, I kind of wish my parents thought about it. You know, I kind of wish they gave me a culturally appropriate name. You know what I mean? Like explain. See, my dad's birth name is Sada Sivan. Like that's an Indian name. That's a strong Indian name. You know what I mean? My mom's birth name is Somagandhi. She has Gandhi in her name. Do you know what I mean? It's Indian. And then I was born, and they decided to call me Jaryd. Yeah, embarrassing, I know. But I figured it out, because if you spell my name, it's spelled Jaryd, right? If you spell my name backwards, it spells D-Raj. Thank you, that's all I have left. It's cool, man. It's nice to be here. Crowd of 3. You know, sometimes this happens in comedy. When I'm not doing stand-up, I'm usually emceeing at events. I don't know if you guys have ever been to an event, but when you hear an MC, you usually hear their voice, and you don't know who's on the mic until you see their face. And usually whenever I'm emceeing, I'll have the mic on, and I'll be doing my thing, and I can usually feel this presence right about over here, this presence. And I can tell it's an older white lady because I can smell the cats. And she usually says something like, "Oh my word, wow, wow. How did you learn to talk like that? That's amazing, wow. What part of Sri Lanka are you from? Wow, that's amazing." Because you don't sound like, you know, you kind of sound like, you know what I mean, that's so And I usually say to her, because my mic's off at that point, I say to her, "You know, man, this microphone is a crazy thing. It's a magical microphone." Good evening and welcome to the comedy show. Good evening and welcome to the... It's my voice. Okay, this has been fun. I'm going to pass on the mic to whoever's next to do the stand-ups. Okay. Thank you, Cape Town TV. This is...
يا فقال او مولينا الف سلام فيلي من غما يا فازل شان يا شو يا مولويني ني كملام داورا aka Hlumela ngwase culture zelele interview ke for lewe comedy show bizobe inge 27 ka September. So ngiyayazi mos apha sinengxaki if abantu ababulawa abacishwa sibamba amalahle. Jo guys, yazi akho way ebhlungu njengoba uzale incosi ubhatala ifizi yonke way ogqiba umuntu sethi gqiba ayisengowakho kodwa lo mntana ukwazile umkhulisa leminyaka umsesigela menzela yonke way tethi gqiba lilahle. Ndifuna ubalisa ngeexperience yami yotesta. Sandiyo testa ke linge lethu pha eKhayelitsha. Ekse yayazi mos uba xa uviwe yakho uba kuwe efani man yayazi uba urusha first eklinikhi uyovuba yintoni cause hayi bo iwe yam yakhula iwe jo yakhula enye iwe wrong iwe sabu-icebox sabu-mushroom so yabinevumbi nenye iwe so okay fine ndiye ke ndiyotesta ke ezi results zibuye a week later ifumaniseka uba ndinale way lapha ndinale way ilapha phandle out yam and kuthiwa uzaba ngcono mosibutya i-treatment yakho uqhubekeke ngobomi njengoba ubusenza but ndiyakuxelela uba ngoku ndixhomekeke kwi-movite nefruit way ibingeyo way yam because yintoni la medi swak zandiyiwine kwa-ace
Wow. Kumele I think you should continue to sit down kaloku. Hlaba phansi ntombi. Uyaphi ngoku? Akayiqhelanga i-TV zakwami. Wow, ladies and gents, Sophie, we have Jaryd, and of course Hlumela, who will be performing at an upcoming event celebrating all things heritage. Guys, welcome on the show. Officially. I feel like you guys have welcomed yourself, but welcome on the show. I'm glad that you could make Lama laugh. This is the first time I'm seeing tears in his face. So you guys did a wonderful job.
You can follow them at SA Comedy Shares. This is brought to you by Opias Kulu. You ought to go there. There's many more acts that are going to be at the event. Ngaba, Sophie Joans, Hlumela, who just did this. Uzwelim Kandile from Kryfontein, Mira from Gooks, Skit Maker from Kryfontein. We've got Nana the poet. We've got Nana entertaining. And Jaryd Pillay, who just opened. Oh, well, he was the second.
He was the second comedian.
Woo, guys, you are hilarious. You're making my job difficult. Okay, let's get on to it.
Why is the job being made difficult?
When did you first fall in love with comedy, really?
I fell in love with comedy about 8 months ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I really did follow my heart to Pretoria, and it was such a joke that I had to start making jokes about it.
Wow, you perform through singing.
Yes.
Is singing something that you also do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because I could tell your voice is incredible. Yeah. So if you mix singing and comedy together, you will make billions of friends soon.
Hlumela, how important are shows like the Heritage Month comedy show?
How important or what?
Are the kind of shows that you're promoting today?
No, it's very important. I feel like your heritage, it's something authentic. Like, so for me to be a part of the show, it's really a big deal for me. Yeah.
I want to also ask you, Hlumela, speaking about heritage, being proud of yourself. When I watch your videos online, you always do them in isiXhosa. What is the importance of you sticking to your language instead of...
She also does Kim Kardashian, darling.
But most of the time, she does, like now she came on TV and spoke isiXhosa.
Okay.
No mix of English. Why is that important to you?
Because guys, I feel like ngiyakuzidle ngolwimi lakho.
Yeah.
Because like ulwimi lakho is authentic. And that's why we are different now. So I feel like it's very important that you embrace the culture yako, especially ulwimi lakho, because not umuntu has the privilege of being Xhosa, guys. Like,
of course.
We privilege.
It's a privilege to be closer, guys.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. But it's a privilege to be on Ekse as well, so grab the microphone.
Oh, yeah. Well,
What made you say
thank you.
yes to this show?
What made me say yes? Pius made me say yes to this earlier on. Because Mira...
Not this show.
This show?
Not
The
this one.
Heritage Show.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Pius as well. He made me say yes to that too, because he booked me for that gig. But it's gonna be fun, you know. I think I'm the only Indian guy on the lineup. So if there's any other Indian people that want to come and watch the show, I'll be talking about that.
What does that mean for you to be the only Indian guy on the show?
Well, you know, I guess it's there aren't that many Indian comics, so it had to be me.
Wow.
But that's cool. I'm actually doing my one-man show as well at the Baxter Theatre from the 10th to
Wow,
the 13th.
yeah.
And it's called Life of Pillay, and that's where I discuss what it's like to be Indian, but not from India. It's a weird thing, you know? It's like we're holding on to this thing, but we're not that thing anymore. We're our own thing.
It's like being African.
A lot of things. So come and watch the show, Life of Pillay. We really get into that from the 10th to the 13th of September. Tickets online at Web Tickets.
So
How
yeah,
about
what
did
can-
you get to be part of this event that's taking place on 27th?
I met Pius and I
So
did
everybody's-
a show.
yeah,
Everyone,
he's the
Pius
plug.
is
Oh,
the,
Pius,
Pius
wow,
is the man,
guys.
the
Yeah.
man Pius. And yeah, I think I'm the only white person on the lineup, which is, it's just hard to talk about our heritage. But I think it's also important to take accountability and to like dig into it. It's just interesting to try find not the comedic spin, but like, you know, we unpack things that are difficult to talk about in comedy.
Sure. Hlumela, what can people look forward to? Galamini.
Yo, andizotolika ke nengonza ithetha ngendlela yami. Hayi man, uzolacha and uzofunda more about the culture yakho, because obviously umuntu like une-skit sakho ku-comedy une-way uzibhala phansi.
Yeah.
So uzofunda more about the culture yakho if ubungayazi, and uzofuneka uzidle ngolwimi lakho. Andizange mos uzotolika apha nami. Yeah, so no way.
Yeah. Let's talk about women in comedy. It's so incredible that we only have one guy representing. We have two incredible women doing comedy. Is the space as equally available to women and men?
Your experience. No, my experience. I'm your experience.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah, it's really not. It's so like
Male
we need
dominated.
more of us in this space. Yeah. Yeah.
What can be done for that to change? Because you said we need more of you. We need more of you guys. We or you guys.
Humans
Human beings.
Yeah.
Because it's a male-dominated industry.
Industry.
It is. And then when I tried to get into like the first shows before I even got booked, other people were like, no, she's transgender, so we've never had a transgender comedian, so asokwazi umthatha. Like, abantu bamungu guys. Basawa.
But it's okay.
No, but like we seriously need to change the game as
Yeah.
females. It can't just be male-dominated.
Yeah.
And uyabona nami most manje akwazi equalize. So half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is so awkward, guys, because if you're just making people's jobs difficult.
This is crazy for me. How do you find out if you? I'm sure there's a lot of females that would like to enter and actually bridge the gap. But how can you tell if somebody is funny or not?
Sorry, Jaryd, we're gonna focus on the females now, ne?
That's cool, man. I don't mind staying quiet for a while. I'm pretty good at that, I'll just say.
It's really just the stand-up scene in Cape Town is just open mic nights. So I think the biggest thing that I would say to women and anyone who's really just not a man wanting to do stand-up is just go for it and don't be scared.
Yeah.
It's terrifying,
Yeah.
but we have to do it because our stories aren't going to be told unless we're there telling them.
And you guys are literally people that comedians go on stage and tell stories and make fun of things that you never thought laughter could come out of. I want to talk about how does one generate money from being a comedian? Are there other ways of besides stand-up comedy?
You
Are there other
don't.
ways you can make money?
No, you don't until you make it really big.
You have
So
to be
you should
Kevin
come to my
Noah.
one-man show from the 10th to the 13th of September and help me make some money. That's at the Mastambe Theatre from the 10th.
If you get on the Daily Show, then
That's when you make
You make
money.
money. Yo.
and until then we're all here together.
Really? That must be very hard to support as a parent if you want to become a comedian.
Oh, yeah, hey.
And then you're going to tell me, yo, I'm only going to make money when I'm in America. Like, I never mind, child. Let's try teaching.
So now how do you
I'm gonna
convince
come
your
through.
parents that, Mom, Dad, this is what I'm going to do. I'm certain about it. This is the career that I want to follow. And yet you do not even bring peanuts home.
Do you mind if I answer that? Is that okay? Well, I feel like in life you can fail at doing almost anything, so why not fail at something you really want?
Okay.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah.
Not that I'm gonna fail if you come
That's
to my show
profound.
from the 10th to the 13th of September.
Wow. Hlumela, what is the state of comedy in South Africa? Are we getting to a scale where we are like literally globally recognized, where we have more than one person going to America and making it big?
No, not yet. So far, I say with Trevor. You know, he's still going, yeah? Otherwise, I'm going to be behind them.
Well, you can go to their show. It's coming
27th of September.
27th
27th.
September. It's #Heritage Month Comedy Show. Tickets are going for 100 rands. You can get them at web tickets as well as Pick and Pay. To avoid disappointment, there's free parking, the space is secure, and of course you're gonna laugh a lot. How many more seconds? 10. Well, when you come back, Ed Harris is in the building. You do not want to miss that. This is a Tuesday afternoon of note. This is the biggest show in the motherland. Snala Jonas Lamalimun, as well as our Ngedulaza and 3 funny people who just made us laugh.
But
Keep it
they
up.
live in now.
Right here on Cape Town TV. Devin, Kimberley, Uppington, Cape City,
Cape Town.
Cape Town, we know you're watching. Thank you for choosing Channel 263 nationally because we are hectic 9 million times than any other show.
I thought you were making a song when you were mentioning those cities.
Oh man, I was saying that we appreciate you and thank you for making us the #1 youth show in the land. We know Kwalanga Nibukele, Gooks, Nyanga, Delft, Philippi, Krafontein. Oh, no.
What's the Kylie?
Kailisha's finest is in the building. Ukachwa.
Can you Kailisha's finest?
Shut up.
Mama Stula, Mama Ngoba.
Ujani, mama.
Sure, Jaryd.
Come to the show, and that's why they're hating.
I'm from Kailisha also, so I'm there every weekend.
Sometimes.
Rams. I will introduce to you Ngo Lazalapo. Get the money. It's a la la. No? Okay, cool, man. You made Cape Town stand up and dance, but not only Cape Town. The nation embraced you and enjoyed your songs. Thanks to Oskido for signing Talent and Jindani. But today we're not talking about that because that was a year ago. Something exciting is booming. What is it?
Kubenga senye single iphile ngoMay. Yeah. So sampusha yona ngoku.
Yeah, you say Benga.
Benga.
You released an album last year, and then in May you released the title Benga. How long do you usually wait in between in order for you to release songs?
I just decided.
Yeah. Okay.
Iba ikhamba itendo ngoku sapusha le. Ngephi utrack ofuna ipusha ngokwe tracks zakho then baxelela. No that's the potential because mase ground msabeke ground. So leyazi ngoma yenza I noise. So yeah, that Benga is the best. Yeah.
Kukhomani kule Benga bayifeature
anybody? Danger, Professor, Mr.
Hey now, how important or how easy is it to choose the people that you work with to produce a track so that you ensure that
and you put it in mind.
No, I'll tell me about indaba yochuza ba usibana nabantu lokho uyazi sound yakho nayoqala yebo unayo le background babantu kuba featureisha ba okay bathatha stylist njani uzahambe ke ngoku uba halfway as a producer ke thina asina limits asifane vocalist you don't have limits yabo so I know ndithi angaspana nawe uspana nawe.
You mentioned that you as a sound as a DJ. How did you get to a point where you knew that this is a kind of sound that I want to make, and what is that sound?
No, like ndikhula umuntu wethi so and then I was introduced to play sound eqholo yabo kombinthana kanti commercial beyithanda commercial so yaqona man ngol producer yo thatha elements from i-tip tisifake eqholo something different ezakwenza nomuntu ohleli nje ungaye emjavesi lokuqutha ofike emjavesi yokuqonda uyancana oqomamelele ngo nje xa unestress akwazi so yeah.
How important is it usually artists if as not from Joburg xa ziqala ukwenza imalanyana they move to Joburg? How important for you to come back and be with the people that actually made the people in Joburg realize who you are?
No nje yami ndihlala lapha
awuzange move sure
selapha eCape Town ngoyesibhana eCejuzi.
Why not the move to Joburg?
No, kaloku fethu ezizenzeka ngemali okay life yaseJoburg expensive yabo So yeah, I've been thinking of moving out on the manager Mutera, but sayihlanganisa lokho. Not now.
I'm coming from a side that begs to ask why. Why is that necessary? Because you see, artists like
sure.
or Professor, they in Durban. They're making the music scene there pump up. Because Nina Sani wavulelwa matango. Now, niyayazi bayikhona talent up here in Cape Town. I think it's your duty to open doors for up and
actually,
as well.
that's what we've been trying to do with our peers. We as capella song and song if there's that song like Master G, the hit song we're all pushing lango. Like I want to like
yes.
If they will position that support if so far so good.
Speaking of artists that are in Cape Town and they are up and coming, who do you think and who do you predict that these guys are gonna kill it? Isn't just the games. Who are killing it for you up here in Cape Town? They're up and coming and you don't know.
There's a lot. There's a lot. I don't mention Makam and then be Kunji.
No, maybe two or three.
Especially people that you'd like to collaborate with.
Yeah.
Because Goop is away to Mr. Taylor. Call again, I'm fan of Tom Church.
Yeah.
Kale Kailish.
Yeah.
Strong producer, to no younger, Peguang Benza, and Cray for Day. Chana, yes. But it's not most of a little fun.
Yeah, sometimes you guys are doing great things. I want to know that the music industry is the beast. People go in, they disappear within 2 months. What has kept you inspired to actually embark on this journey and tell yourself that I'm not gonna give up? Because it wasn't easy for you to get to a point that you are in today.
I think the key is sungena kule way for a fame. Yabo. Hlalo span. Ungabi nedi duba eksala namhlanje hayi. Yabo. Because hit or you playing. Hit yenzwa nini? Uyabenza hit. Thina senza ingoma and then nina in love le ngoma and then that's it.
Speaking of your hit, where can people expect you to see you perform? Where are you gonna be making dance? Where are we gonna see you next?
No, weekends and roommate Kailish.
What are your plans for the future? Like September, October, because it's the festive season now.
Yo.
Spring. No, call Illinois, man. Vocalist yase UK London. Sisebenza ke single the track so it. So expect it late October.
Wow. Would you say? Okay, I'm asking this question especially. Would you say it's a good thing for one to be an independent artist, or to sign under a record label? Because so many people now are going independent. Would you say that's a wise decision to make when you want to stay long in this industry?
It is wise, but still we need a record label. It is PR, no plaque, because by ends are easy when it's fun for winner than if you financially stable then because zonke izinto zikhuthula imali PR bede manager abantu bayabhatala bede team yakho so if une team yakho then
perhaps we needn't kid ourselves. If I was ukwenza into, don't do it, otherwise you're gonna fail. Zikhona for London record labels. You know, thank you so much for coming through and DJ at Paris. Where do we follow you? We want to stop. We want to
buy the music.
Yes,
sure.
Then crash. Tuesday.
Facebook, @@@SA, Instagram @@@SA, Twitter @@@mascol.
Okay. You can name music video hello?
I got you.
Is up money?
Sometime I probably knows.
Okay, cool stuff. It's gonna be an exclusive everybody. It's coming up very soon. Speaking of things that are coming up, this is what's coming up on Cape Town TV this week.
Like, music video vixen.
We have a new slot and a brand new format, but don't let these changes scare you. I'm Chelsea Ogilvie, the host of Free Media, Free Minds. The show makes its way back to your screens this September, and this season will continue our conquest to create captivating and educational content that looks into media issues in South Africa and in the SADC region. Every Sunday at 9 p.m, we'll look into the work done by civil societies as well as unpack some of the issues that threaten media freedom.
At MultiChoice, we believe in the potential of small business. And through our Enterprise Development Trust, we provide opportunities to aspiring entrepreneurs.
From MultiChoice, we received funds, we received training in terms of how do we set up a company, how do we keep it going.
Being a female entrepreneur can be very challenging, and this MultiChoice Enterprise Development Program has opened doors for me to play at a bigger stage than I ever imagined.
Once in a while, we all need that one door to be opened for us. MultiChoice did that for me.
We started as a small company, and now, thanks to the investment, we've got over 70 people working for us. So we are able to change their lives and their families' lives.
MultiChoice gave me an opportunity, and it is my duty to give other people an opportunity.
MultiChoice, enriching lives.
Unjengenkwenkwezi esibhakabhakeni gqiyazana uqamile. Unjengelanga nxa liphuma empumalanga ntombi yasemzini yakhazimla. Usisikhukhukazi nzwakazi nxa ndisenza isikhomokazi. Uliqhawe lamaqhawe nxa ndiqala kukungqala ngalamaqhalo qhawekazi. Obubuhle bakho buqaqambileyo bungaqhelekiyo bhelukazi. Bundenza ndifune ukwenza owam unkosikazi. Elo lizwi lakho limnandi njengelomlonjikazi. Ndinenxeba enhlizweni. Ndinenxeba lothando enhlizweni kwaye nxa ndicinga ngawela ngoqaqamba ogqirha bancamile ichiza lam nguwenzwakazi. Ndizamile kulikhangela ichiza lothando emhlabeni nasehlathini ndeza nembanda esikhova. Ichiza lam nguwenzwakazi. Gqiyazana, sithandwa sam, bambo lwam, le ngeyam nawe ungayikhwazi kwabaninzi. Ndiyabulela.
Wow, what a great way. I must say we're celebrating heritage, and to hear poems as Zinja really does live the spirit of that we are Africans and we should be proudly African. That is, of course, all the way from Ezika Dlobe Music. They have an upcoming event and they are here to tell us more about that. Guys, welcome on the show. It's a pleasure having you. Let's talk about, before we talk about the event, let's talk about Ezika Dlobe Music. What do you guys do?
Okay, that man is Bulsele. Ezikandlobe ngu-music company esayivula and approachwa le ndoda starting way back from Ezlalini, Eastern Cape, where I was doing soccer tournaments. Then I met Ubuntu. Then beman me perform apha kwi-tournaments ezindizenzayo. Then from there they didn't have money to go studio benza umculo. And then we decided, okay, guys, I'm gonna help you. Sahlanganisa. And then bebe sepaye beza Cape Town. Then we started to do sidibana sisonke. We made 2 spares, sadibana sibaninzi. And then ben manager ngokwami bebonke. Then that day lento le manager lona lo ngapha bantu bese nidibanisa and then we open up a company. And then siyazi basipushana sonke in because sonke bonke abasebenzi so baqhubekeka kulondo. Then if it's a gig, senze a gig, then we go out Eastern Cape. Nakoma George sizama ukupusha icompany yavele yakhula ngendlela eyangixaka inkulu ke ngoku then we do as gigs nkulu ke ngoku.
Yeah, you're making money.
Speaking of gigs, there's something coming up very soon.
Yeah, sinento esiyenzayo kwalanga so celebrate the heritage and plus dibanise yonke izinto sazama uncedo saya nakho abantu base Artscape sabayendwobo bazawuza nabo then sadibana nabanye no DJ DJ zonke ezilapha eCape Town. And then we've got eBay TV izobe khona nayo isasaza live from Pa iyafika Friday izomka Sunday. And then we've got igqomi izobe khona Maskandi wonke lento zonke izinto nje izobe celebrate heritage kubantu begqomo DJ bekhoyo. I think ujeje uzobe khona then no jive ma weekend lo mnqongo uzobe khona. So yeah, kwi Maskandi zobe zikhona ezikandlobe as a group ekhona magazine eyedwa ekhona uSiphe poet uMamcede the poet Qhawelo Xolo and babe bekhona umvumeni kaJima abafana bengezo Sibawu Senkomo zonke nje igroups are around Cape Town. We didn't go out siyasaqokelela lapha eCape Town kwa aba bangazinto then sadibona soba masenze event we don't have to go siye koma Gauteng.
So umculo wenza eMaskandi.
Tina, for now, sine artist kamaskana ne poet, but we do have ne gospel artists, but so consider kuzo lonyaka ozayo. Kokwango we still consider maskandi ne poet said.
Ingephi date imali nengena?
Singomgqibelo lo siya kuwo I general 60 rand 100 rand VIP sobe sikhona and then sobe sinabantu I catering sobe senziwa pha so umuntu olambileyo uzoncedakala kwapha sobe sinabantu abaprint izikipa ifuna into yakho ufuna uyenza imithi yonke into izobe khona abantu bezikipa as ne Bay TV izobe khona live we did approach
Ngosile Bay TV izobe izinto indawo ezikwalanga
okay izobe kwala izobe senzeka yonke lento langa high
How much are tickets?
60
rand.
General 100 rand VIP.
Okay, do you guys have social media where we can get a hold of you?
Yes. Sina social siyangena uyasifumana ku Facebook ezikandlobe fan base uyasifumana ku ezikandlobe.
Ngosile ezikandlobe. It's time for us to say goodbye.
Okay.